What's up, guys? It's Eggie here, and we're back in the garage. So, it's been about 2 weeks, which is kind of crazy to say, because it's already February 1st, and we got a lot of stuff that we still got to get done. Not to say I haven't been doing anything in those 2 weeks. I haven't been out here as often as I want to be, but most of you have been out here. Last time, Xavi cut my hood open even more so we could get to the ITBs, and then we mounted the fuel pump and welded some brackets for it since we took the weight plate off and we just went with the regular K2 traction bar. But my last time, the first thing I did was I mounted the radiator, so that's all mounted back up. I ended up basically doing something similar with the fuel pump. Welded a tab out to here, welded a tab onto the tab, and then bolted it up. Originally, this longer tab that goes to this tab had a bolt going through it into the weight plate, and it had a rib nut going to it. But I realized those were steel, so I just welded them together, and now it's just one solid piece, which makes it a lot better than having a bolt under here that could just come off and then it gets loose. And then I cut the brackets. You can't really see them, but maybe you can see a little better right there. But I cut the brackets because the radiator is a lot closer. Like, you could literally stick a piece of paper between the scatter shield and this AN line right here. But I cut them, made them fit. It actually came out a lot cleaner than I expected, and honestly, I'm super happy with it. And also, before I started recording, because I'm just that bad at being a YouTuber, I made a bracket for the battery box, because since now it was using the weight plate more or less as a mount for it. So I put a bracket there with a bolt going through it and throwing through the battery box through the bracket, welded it to the car, and now it's pretty solid. I also have another bolt going this way, so it's not going anywhere. It's honestly a little crooked, but you're not going to see it behind the bumper anyways, so I don't really care. Besides that, everything up front is pretty much mounted. The only thing I'm trying to figure out now is these bumper supports. I was messing around with it before. I don't know, part of me's thinking about leaving the job someone a little more inclined with it, a little more patience, but we'll see. Just because I had to cut this one just to get it to be able to fit around, because the other bracket that it had, I think it was right here, had to go around this. So, and now since that's gone, it pulls down real easy. So I was trying to think about maybe, because it still has this nut that goes around on the bash bar on the front of it, welding this tab to this and seeing if it'll give us enough support. But I don't know. We'll see. Got to get that done, and I also have to get the windows done still. There's really not a lot left, but like they say, the last 10% is like the hardest thing to get done and the worst to get done. But yeah, we still got to get the windows done, do a lot of bolt checks, bleed the brakes, and I have to get that other bar in on the other side. It's giving me a little trouble because it's hitting the... I'll just show you guys. Let me see. I got to move the bumper. So like I was saying, it's hitting right here. So it's almost like it's too long, or I don't know if I just didn't adjust it on the front. But it's already kind of late right now, so I didn't get to mess with it today. But I'm going to mess with that too. I mean, if we have to cut them a little more, we still have space to cut them. So I'm not too concerned about it. I just have to pull them both back out, measure them, make sure they're the same length, and put them back in. But again, not too worried about it. Like I said, we can just cut it again. And yeah, and then yeah, that's about it. It's not a lot. Like, I wrote it down on the whiteboard right here. It's not a lot, but like I said, it's last 10% is the worst to get done. So like I said, finished on the traction bar. We already mounted the radiator. The fuel pump's mounted. I want to adjust the rear trailing arms, like I said, in a little bit, just so it's easier to get the rear tire on. Even though once it's on and once the brakes are bled and the tire is on, they really shouldn't be coming off. The only thing that's going to get swapped out is the front for rollers, because driving around on the slicks while moving around is sometimes give you flat spots, but also it's just easier to drive around on a normal tire. And then finish the ducts. Xavi's gonna handle that. I think I'm just gonna take those pieces off, tape it to those pieces of carbon that I have there, and cut them. And then so when Xavi comes to glue it and do the fiberglass underneath, he'll just have that already, and then he can just do that. I want to cut the header level, a little more level with the hood. Right now it has a little bit of a swoop going, so that's kind of where I put it. Just cut it off right there and call it a day. And then got to mount the bumper still. Got the battery support already done. Still got to do the window frames with the latches, because since this car doesn't have an actual door frame, which if it had a door frame, I would have been done already, because I could have just put the Lexan to the door frame, but we have to make a metal frame for it. And you have to have latches that suck in the window, so it doesn't come flying out while you're making a pass. And then I want to paint the rear Lexan around, kind of like what I did with the the quarter windows, but not like that side, more like the other side, because I'm a dummy and I painted the outside on that one. But do that, and then we still gotta make our carbon patches for the firewall, and the hatch too has to get moved over just a little bit, because it's a little off. So loosen it up, tighten, and then shut it and tighten it all up. And then corner balance, Steven said they're already ready for me whenever I am done on my part. So hopefully that is sooner than later. And then alignment, Xavi's going to handle all that. And then tune, Gayao and Noel going to handle that. And then we test and seat time. And then as long as everything goes good during testing and we don't initially implode on our first attempt of driving this thing, which I'm not trying to put that bad juju out there. I think we're going to do very well, as long as I take it easy and, just try to learn the car, try not to jump steps and get ahead of myself. But, yeah, do that, get some seat time, and then, hit some events and, just have fun this year. This car's been sitting on the back burner on these jack stands for way too long. So, yeah, so we're going to do that. And, yeah, we're going to have to do some bolt checks. I think that was on there too. But bolt check, do all that, and, just make sure everything's tightened up. You don't want to go to the track and just screw everything up, either dirty the track or, mess anything up at the track because you're rushing or weren't prepared. Besides that, yeah. So we did the battery, we did the fuel pump, and we did the radiator. Pretty much everything up front is mounted and secured to where it's not going anywhere. So, yeah, the only real thing left is the bumper, the doors, and a lot of small other things. But again, small in quotations because it's not small. But this was just a quick little update video. Again, shout out to everybody who also watched the last video, because that's above 200 views, and it's been a while since we had over 200 views. So I appreciate that a lot. But almost definitely gonna have to get back out here. This whole 2-week thing, I'm gonna try in the next coming weeks to upload not every other day, but maybe twice a week, just because I want to turn this into a build series. Not because it's already a build series, but getting prepared to go testing as a build series, because I was trying to do the 13203 thing, and then that turned into a whole cluster of something that didn't happen because it ended up being a lot more than we thought, and trying to get out there for that event just wasn't logistically possible. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this little portion of it, but there's not a lot left. Yeah, that's about it. I think I'm wrapped up for now. But next video, I'm definitely going to get a lot more stuff done. And I already have my list on what I got to do. And yeah, but besides that, I just want to let you guys know what's going on. And I will see you guys next video. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe, and check out all the other videos that I have on the channel. Thank you.